Hello, this is Lesson 6, Personal Information. Be careful not to inadvertently sabotage your job search. In many countries now, employers cannot legally use personal information to make hiring decisions. This can backfire on the candidates because most employers find it difficult to overlook personal information that is voluntarily provided to them by the candidate. If employers adhere to the law when it comes to what they can ask, they can't ask candidates for clarification and may draw their own conclusions. Job seekers can voluntarily share personal details about their life, but managers cannot ask questions about this information, even if they really want to know more. This can relate to small details most people don't consider the implications of mentioning to a potential employer. As long as nothing is said directly to the candidate, who knows what type of thoughts and discussions go on after the interview. But if the personal information provided had been expanded upon a bit further, it may not have even had the same result. Without having all the information, hiring managers are left to draw their own conclusions and to answer their own questions. They will normally always err on the safe side, the company's side. So what types of information are job seekers revealing that cause hiring managers to reject their application? Here are some examples. I'm a single parent, so I have learned. The recruiting manager may immediately think, a single parent, who looks after the kids if they're ill. When in reality, that candidate may have a robust childcare arrangement in place, a mother who will step in to help, a live-in partner, so as no more of a risk to the company than, say, a married candidate whose husband is not supportive or works away a lot. I only have a 3-year-old son, so I'm free to... The recruiting manager may immediately think, well, she'll probably have another soon then. We can't afford for this role not to be covered if she goes on maternity leave. The candidate may not plan any more children because her husband's a widower and has 3 children from his marriage. I recently went through a divorce. The recruiting manager may immediately think, how recently? What if he isn't up to the stress of this job? In reality, the candidate may have wanted a divorce and is happy with a new partner and completely settled. They might be looking for someone who can travel, and because you have young children, assume that you won't be able to, not knowing that your husband is better with the kids than you are. These issues may be revealed in the course of ordinary conversations and may not cause any negative thoughts. But because employers can't ask for further details, sometimes the implications can be far more than would be imagined, and the job seeker will never find out that it was a disclosure like this that caused them not to be offered the position. If you do reveal something potentially harmful to your application in the course of a conversation, be aware of the possible implication and ensure you set the mind of the recruiter at rest by discussing how you would deal with the issue if it arose. Don't leave the topic until you know they are reassured there is not a problem. You have to drive this, the recruiter can't. They are not allowed to broach these subjects. So how do you avoid this problem? As most employers follow the letter of the law and don't ask questions about personal topics, it is up to the job seeker themselves to prevent the situation developing by not revealing any personal details about their life. So first thing is never list any personal information on a CV that could lead to this type of misunderstanding and assumptions. It is also important to be aware that some disclosures could cause prejudices to arise. Some people do have strongly held opinions about issues such as age, divorce, single parenting, sexual orientation, religious beliefs, or political views. Some of these people might be in a capacity to make recruitment decisions and could quietly discriminate against anyone who discloses something that goes against their personal, moral, or religious views, even though it is illegal. No one can ever really predict what other people might think or believe, so don't provide that information in the first place. Always carry out a Google review of your online content to assure that personal life details and circumstances are not viewable to the general public. Even if the content is old, there are many examples of people who have regretted posting online information. It can easily prevent you from getting an interview in the first place, so this is a step that should never be overlooked. Next time in Lesson 7 we look at how to use your contacts to get a new job.